Do you want to send it out to development? Are you okay to do that? The link?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I'll reply to the same email that you sent.
Perfect. So in about 30 seconds, in the top right-hand corner, you should see a
live on YouTube.
Yep. So if you could share that out to development and say this is the link, and then we'll just
copy streaming link, and then so if I want to view, I can click on view stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah. If you do that, then you'll be able. It will open another screen.
Yep.
And you'll be able to see Ryan Bird twice.
Which seems like who would not want to see that?
Hi man, nobody's complaining out here.
Awesome. So we'll just set type for 9 minutes as folks start joining. Looks like Chris Martin is joining. We got Dharmesh, Preetham. Mannion said his internet's being a little flaky, so Mannion might be in and out a bit. And I'll be right back. Preetham, will you let us know when you've sent that out?
Yep, I am a click away, I think.
Back.
I think as soon as they get it, they'll join it, right? So which is fine.
That's fine. We won't start till 8 minutes, but it's fine if people join straight away.
But right now, whatever we are saying out here or like doing is actually streaming, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
We are live.
We better be fine then. We better be muted.
That's right. You should probably mute yourself.
Yep.
I don't know. What that stupid Preetham is doing.
Let's play the prank, huh? A live prank.
Should be a countdown clock. Then people would know that things start in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Looks like we have 26 people who have joined. 32. Welcome, everyone. This is the pre-show. We will be started in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It will be great. I hope everyone appreciates my Zoom background. It's the old SCZ. Y'all remember when we used to go into work back in the day?
Just if
You kind of
just if
doing a reminder, like so people don't forget.
In case,
we still have office, guys.
yeah, that's still a thing. As much as we like working from home, we still there's a building, and anyway, yeah. Which building is that? I can't see very well. It says is that Tower 8 or Tower 9?
That is Tower 8.
All right.
The
Good old
tree you planted is just over your left shoulder.
Mr. Snowball. This tree plantation by Mr. Snowball.
Good old Patrick.
That is funny. Preetam, we should do some tree plantations in the SEZ. Sponsor a tree.
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably we should do some which people will, I think, will remember in a special way. And we just need to find some trees which are
Fruit bearing.
Yeah.
Fruit bearing, yes.
You remember that orange tree that you got once?
Dharmesh, do you remember? I went to there's right across Tower 8. There's that little nursery, and I bought a small orange tree, and I put it in my office, and it bore fruit, which is amazing. A teeny little orange in my office. I ate it. It didn't taste great though, but it was amazing to be able to produce citrus from within Tower 9. Welcome those who have joined us. There's 120 now and counting. 2 minutes and we'll go ahead and get started. I was once told that meetings ought to start and end on time. And if you do that, people consider you a superhero, which I think is probably true. Sometimes when I'm in a meeting and it goes over, I get a little bit resentful because I'm like, hey, this is my time. You're now encroaching on my time. I'm sure that doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, we will take exactly 15 minutes. Hopefully not a moment more. So you can get back to your day. I will also say that going forward, you will get these meeting notices well in advance. I'm sure some of you are just coming to know about this meeting 60 minutes back, and I apologize for that. When I created the invite, it only sent it out to 200 people. I don't know why. Maybe there's some cap on something. Anyway, so only 200 people got the actual meeting invite. The rest of y'all simply got an email from me, like I said, some time ago. So anyway, I apologize for that. And we will begin in 1 minute.
And just feel free to share it with anybody in development. We want everybody to participate in this.
Absolutely.
So if you found like somebody's not on it and they want to join, listen.
Well, it's what I tell I have 3 daughters, Preetam, and I tell them that sharing is caring when they're not sharing their toys. So this is I guess the same principle applies here. Oh, we're at 201. So at least one person who was not on the original invite got my email and now joined. So that feels like progress. I will also say that going forward, we will start on time and on time. It's only a 15-minute stand up, and so the expectation is if we start immediately on time, then we can be succinct and cover the things we want to cover. Kind of give everyone an update of what we're doing, and then quickly and on time. So not a big expense of time for everyone involved. Some of these meetings can be very expensive, so we'll try to keep them short. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you again. We've been doing something, kind of trying it out in the US, and we wanted to try it out with Xento as well. And it's a monthly dev stand-up. So going forward, at or around the first week of every month, we'll meet for 15 minutes. And the goal is to do really 3 things: to share some announcements, to give you an update on how the company is doing, to be very transparent in terms of sales and sort of performance, and then really to celebrate successes. So I know sometimes we get into the habit of saying we have deadline, but we're doing amazing things. We're releasing hundreds of features every single week, and it makes sense to take some time and to to celebrate those victories. So we're going to do that today in the next now 14 minutes. We have a bunch of stats here. I want to cover. We've got on the line. We've got some of the directors of engineering and vice presidents and SVPs of engineering. And we have Russell on. Let's see. We've been. Do we have Russell? Doesn't look like we have Russell. No worries, I'll cover. So these first four, hopefully you can see my screen. These first four metrics are about transactions. Now, some are in red and some are in green. And what we're doing is we're comparing it month over month. That's what mom means. It doesn't mean your mom. It just means month over month. And then YOY, which is year over year. I'm sure you know that, but just in case not. And the idea is last month was a record month. And so just comparing ourselves to a record month is, not a super useful comparison. So we're more or less flat, which is actually fantastic that that the prior month and then this last month, August, were more or less flat, which is great because, like I said, July was a record month. But if you look back 1 year as a great comparison, you can see that we're up significantly. And you can see the percentage increase there in green. So that is pretty fantastic. These other stats as well are showing performance of resident utility, resident verified, leasing center. It's a bit fantastic to recognize the number of calls we take in the leasing center. I think it's down here. It's at or around more than 500,000 calls the leasing center handles in 1 month. That's fantastic. Each and every leasing center employee handles at or around 500 calls a week. So pretty amazing. Dharmesh, you want to talk a little bit about the migrations and some of the other stats here?
Sure. Yeah. So overall, the migration for August have been is comparatively, what we had in 2019. We are still above, what we had in 2019. Typically, August month is a little bit slower month because of the move-in processes and all that, especially from the student housing and all. But we are the way we are tracking September and next 4 months, we are definitely way above the what we did in 2019. So overall, still a lot of properties are moving over to Endara Core.
Awesome, thank you. We got dev performance against goals. Dan Sampson, you wanna as the bugs are, do you want to talk to us a little, or the RCCA, the outages are? Do you want to talk to us a little bit about how we did stability wise?
Yeah, so for this last month, we had a uptick, so an improvement. So we finished August at 99%, 0.58. Now it's not where we want it to be, but it was a little bit better with regards to uptime overall. We've made a lot of sweeping changes to how we track outages, and a lot of the corrective measures that we've put in place, we're actually starting to implement to actually do them. And we've actually seen improved uptime. Our uptimes haven't been as catastrophic, and many minutes of downtime at a given chunk. When we've had them, they're little things. So we're starting to make a lot of great progress that way. Now with the bug count, you'll see that it's currently sitting at 330, but as a reminder, that does always whittle down here shortly over the next couple of days as we determine that a lot of them are either duplicate or they're just canceled because they're a setting or something like that.
Yeah, that's really important. We want our goal, want it to be about 250, but just the nature of bugs is there's some of them that get through support that turn out to be training issues or just configurations or things like that. So a lot of them will get canceled down, or the number will go down by about a third, we expect. If you look at the other stats, we're tracking mean time to resolution for bugs. We're doing great there, and also sprint delivery rate, also fantastic. Our goal is 80%. We're at 87. I wanted to highlight a bit of the sales pipeline. Even though we have this, I don't know if you've heard of this, there's this global pandemic going on, and so face-to-face interactions can be a bit challenging. Even with that, we're still managing to make a ton of new sales. So you can see some of them listed here. This one for about at around $500,000. And then the other services components are also doing fantastically well. Dissatisfied churn is way down. You can see how support is doing, answering calls. NPS is fantastic. So overall, as a business, some really great signs. I want to spend the next little bit of time and go through some of the product highlights. Chris, are you able to talk through some of these on your teams? Hey, Christopher.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, so a big project is underway on the affordable teams. They're putting a lot of work into basically gutting the foundations of how we built that system based on the advice of our early product owner who's no longer with us. So it turns out with the affordable programs that exist throughout the United States, there are lots of local programs that have unique rules. And so there's a big project going on right now to basically allow for custom programs so that the eligibility and workflow processes and certification processes are all customizable. The cool thing I think about this is it will likely turn into a pattern that we can use throughout our system for customizable workflows, which is something a lot of our clients would really benefit from. So that's really cool. We are working on RO databases. The reporting team especially has put a lot of focus into moving all of our reports that are possible to our ROs. The purpose of that is really to pull load off of our master databases, which should free up resources for other processes that require the right abilities. In order to understand kind of the performance of ROs, right now we've implemented A/B testing. So every time a report runs, if it's able to run on a read only and it has certain latency tolerances, we first check and get a kind of a random number, and based on that we will either go to the master or the RO, so we get this nice average of data to know whether or not the ROs are performing the way we want them to. Many of you know that we are expanding our React footprint at Entrata. The AP teams have been working on a new React project, so it's one of the few React projects actually inside of the Entrata application, which is exciting. Big shout out to Dan Mannion and his teams who are helping out with building out the patterns that we can use to put that right in the middle of the Entrata application. You want me to keep going? Gosh, there's a lot of exciting things going on.
I want to ask Mr. Dan Sampson to tell us what a PCBA is and why it's so awesome that we have one.
Yes, this is super awesome. So this is our updated board for our smart home controller. So we've been using a Raspberry Pi, as everybody knows, and we've been working on getting one built, our own custom one. And so what this custom one will do for us will allow us to have more protocols on the board. So we'll be able to have Zigbee and a Digimesh and our Z-Wave technology. So we have teams working right now on getting all that lower level firmware kind of software working on it. And now we also have one in hand that has been delivered to us. And so we're just getting ready to flash it, kind of merge everything together and see what we have. But this will actually be a huge game changer for us on our smart home controller and being able to put it into different units and its internet connectivity.
That is awesome. There's so many here. We have a few more minutes. Dharmesh, you want to talk to us about CIM moving to SIP, and then also some of these other other product enhancements?
Yeah, so so far, so CIM was our very first client who moved from our custom Yardi integration to Yardi SIP based interface. In fact, but now we have 6 different clients. One of the biggest one is Yardi, Lincoln, who's been slowly moving all their properties from our custom integration to SIP. One huge announcement is that the first time ever we have commercial properties now integrated using our like we have never had commercial properties even on our custom integration. So this is a major win for us. Um, and we are also in process of moving AP and GL export for our Entrada core clients who are still using Yardi as their accounting system. So it's a very big deal where using this Yardi SIP, we'll be able to not only fully automate these exports, but some of the clients are looking forward to having real-time integration, so that every time a GL entry is created, we are immediately turning around and pushing it into Yardi.
That is super awesome. We all remember the lawsuit and all the confusion and chaos that caused, and to have ended that amicably, and then now to have this SIP integration just really makes me happy. We have 3 minutes left. I wanted to turn the time to Ben Blaker. Ben Blaker, as some of you may know, is the new director of engineering over core services. I want to give Ben exactly 3 minutes to tell us what that means and what he's working on and what the future holds for us. Ben, it's all you.
So core services is several teams. We're bringing together the database team, the DBAs, big data, the PaaS team, DevOps, and IT all together under core services, and we're giving them a development focus. So in the future, over the next weeks and months, you're going to see IT especially, but all those other teams as well, growing closer together, and we're breaking down barriers, and we're trying to turn things into repeatable, sustainable processes that make things easier for everyone to do their work. And one of those big ones that we're kicking off is a huge, massive 18-month project to move Entrada to the cloud. We are moving to AWS. It's going to be a big project. There will be many, many tasks for teams to work, but it's also going to enable us to be more stable, more scalable, and for new projects, especially as developers, this is exciting. You'll be able to take advantage of those AWS services that they have built for different purposes, specific purposes, and also we get to rely on Amazon's incredible 5 nines of uptime, which will go a long way for all of our clients.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm super excited to have Ben on board. Ben, as you all know, has been working on payments with Russell. David Merriman is now working with Russell in the payments team. So some changes are happening there. In the last minute, I want to thank you for your focus and for everything we've accomplished. I don't know if you're just kind of reading through the screen. Each and every team is just I've really been impressed with the velocity and the cadence, the things that we're developing. And we're hearing great feedback from our customers in this regard. I think we're really delighting them. One last announcement: we are going to have an all hands meet. It'll be scheduled, I think, next week, and we're going to go through a lot of the sort of updates from a technology point of view. Also, I think Preeta may have dropped an email asking you for some questions. So if you have, it's on the 16th. That's when the all hands meet is. If you have questions you want to pose to the group, we'll do sort of a panel discussion, just like some of the all hands meets you've seen in the past. So I encourage you to fill out that form, get us those questions in, so we can go ahead and answer that. It'll be longer. It'll be about an hour, there'll be some training as well. So with that, we're going to finish exactly on time. I think you guys are awesome, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon when this whole COVID thing goes away. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Enjoy your day.